And now, kids, gather around, for it's time to tell the tale of Sam Sandwich and the Pickle Princess. The end. Oh wait, you have to open it now? Well, that's not really how they do it in my hood. You get shot for saying something like that. Anyway. 'Twas the night before lunchtime, and there was this guy, the Mayo-Meister, who wished to rule all the land. Of course, he wasn't a successor to any throne, and he was about as smart as seaweed is delicious, so the plan probably wouldn't work anyway. The Mayo-Meister decided, I don't know what to do. I'll steal the Pickle Princess and rule all of you. Now, the Mayo guy didn't go to culinary college. Hell, he didn't even go to Suffolk Community, so he didn't know that you had to put a lid on a jar to keep whatever you wanted inside. I mean, really, that pickle is probably pretty smart, being a princess at all. So what's going to happen to this plan even without a hero? Oh yeah, the hero. His name was Sam Sandwich. He was out on the most sunny of times as the sun did rise to greet him. "Oh, what a beautiful day!" said Sam, walking down the road, dripping condiments as he strolled. "Oh, but it's so fucking bright out," complained Sam to no one, as though he was a character in a story. I mean, I'll complain all the time, but alone? That's freaking weird. What's the point? It's like, oh, I guess there's no one here to care about my problems, but I'm going to vent anyway. Real freaking productive, jackass. What, I can't say jackass? Obama did on TV. Anyway. So on after his rant, Sam finally hit the Heinz Hall. There he met up with his Native American friend, Sir Timothy Tomato, or as his people called him, Slippery when wet. Timothy came up to Sam and said, Sam, we must go to the Mayo-Meister's house," because all he had was a house, "and pick up the Pickle Princess." So on they went, ready to get there, or maybe just do something else. To get to the Mayo-Meister's gated community, the duo needed to get through the Granola Gorge, one of the stickiest places in the world, with some pretty obvious celebrities' pens as the others competing for the second place spot. For the most part, this wasn't eventful. In fact, it probably wasn't even worth noting, if not only to make a reference to your mom after last night. Anyway, all was well, until the sizzling bacon reared its ugly and delicious head. It roared, and then it left. Again, this wasn't eventful. In fact, Sam and Timothy did not even notice the treat creature, so sorry I had to waste more of your time with the words on the paper. Remember how I said that all those people in the Granola Gorge were fighting for the second place spot for stickiest in the land? Well, look no further to find the first. Tim and Sam were about to venture right past the brothel when they were stopped by a short, fat green thing with a pink bra and no pants on. "My name is Asparagus," she said, "and if you come into my fine establishment, you might just get the pleasure of tossing my salad." Of course, the two weren't interested. Firstly, because they had no money, and secondly, because it was the easy way out of a sticky situation. So on they continued, until they reached the Mayo-Meister's house, which was guarded by the Wiener warriors of Judelia. While Judelians tend to normally not be intimidating, these were the most feared Wieners of the land. However, Tim and Sam knew what to do. They stormed the place, looking important with a clipboard they found in the trash. As the Wieners believed them to be health inspectors, they let the duo pass, so on they went. The Mayo-Meister was ready right inside the door, chocolate sword drawn. "Meh," said he, "your time has come." Timothy Tomato, however, came prepared with a real sword, to which the Mayo-Meister made some more chocolate spill around him. And lo, did a battle rage on, the two warriors fighting and Sam acting like either a ghost or a dumbass, whichever one made less sense at the time. Sam went. Timothy Tomato, having been stabbed by his own sword, decided that the best plan was to mix his blood with the Mayo-Meister and break him down with the acidic mass that spewed forth from him. Sam, surrounded by death, decided to check on the princess, but she was in the jar, sliced to equally sized pieces. Sam saw nothing but death around him, So he did what he thought the hero at the end of any happy story would do, and kill himself as well, splitting himself down the middle and adding the parts of his fallen friends to him before his final breath. The perfect end to a perfect sandwich. Well, there you go, kids. Should I have stopped with the cover?